Hey, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachach, Wadash. I want to say double honors to our apostles / elders who rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity, a sincere Ahabatham Zaquayim, and a hearty Shalom to the innumerable multitude. Okay, so with this, I wanted to go over, I was talking with somebody about a subject matter compared to, as Saquon Yashawamba, Elder Yashawamba always say, black culture and how destructive it is, and how hypocritical black culture is. Because on one hand, you have a multitude, multiple examples on how your enemy, which is basically all the other nations, they'll come out and say racist shit. They'll come out and do racist things, such as Zimmerman. You can say Sergey Kovalev, calling, Andre Ward monkey. You can say, police officers, Donald Trump. And Jake passes it off as a joke, or, what are we going to do about this? You want to march? But in the same rhetoric, in a lighter tone, they're willing to lynch and destroy Jake for doing the same thing, just as well as Esau could shoot down a nigga, but your own people will step on your shoe and you'd be ready to kill him. So I just want to get into this. Mainly, you got like two things. Really, they don't hold any water, but it's just an example of of what's going on. And Jake don't want to do nothing but march when Esau do something. But like Tekashi 6ix9ine, I don't listen to the nigga, but at the end of the day, he's from the tribe of Israel, from the northern tribe specifically, and him being from that tribe, people say, oh man, that nigga should be dead, he a snitch, blah blah blah. But in the same hand, George Zimmerman out here walking free on cruise ships and doing all kind of madness and having this good old time. Okay, so we're gonna go to chapter Sirach chapter 28. It says, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord. Okay, and he will surely keep his sins in remembrance, right? Because it's the scriptures say, wait ye upon me till I make thy enemy thy footstool. So yeah, when you're talking about Esau, we're not supposed to go out there and go and do something to George Zimmerman, go and do something to the any other police officer that did something unjust, or any other, the dude that came into the church and shot up the church, or anybody that come against the Lord, which indeed, on a different subject, is the Antichrist. Through the Spirit, they brought that up, because Antichrist just means against the anointed. First off, the anointed is Yahweh Shai, and then the anointed as a people are the ones that follow Yahweh Shai. Now, I ain't talking about Jesus Christ. I'm talking about the dark-skinned, white woolly hair with the red eyes that only deal with the elect of Israel. I'm talking about that Yahweh Shai of the Bible, okay? But we're not supposed to get up in arms in this point of time to get vengeance, unless we're going to get vengeance from the Lord. Case in point, that the Lord put a mark on Cain, and let's see here. The Lord put a mark on Cain, which Esau is Cain in the reincarnation, you know what I'm saying? Or he came back as Cain as a nation, right? And that mark was leprosy, okay? Which is today's, you can say, white or Caucasian, right? As for YouTube, that's crazy. All right. I should have had it up. It's lock here. Matter of fact, I just look it up on my phone. I'm gonna pull it up. All right, so in Genesis, so I can, what's going on? Genesis chapter 4, verse 15, it says, and the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And that mark was a mark of leprosy. Well, today Esau has that same mark. Esau has the same spirit, and Esau has that same curse upon him, that anybody that comes on him shall be slain. So right now, that's why the Lord said, wait ye upon me. That's why when you go back to the Sakari, when they try to slay Cain through the Roman Empire, and those being assassins, they end up being killed. Okay, because the Lord said, He'll fight for us, but now is not the time for that particular event. But that time will come, pursuant to Ezekiel, and the Lord said, He shall make us His battle axe and weapons of war. But as of right now, we're not in that position to seek vengeance physically. Right now, we're supposed to prophesy the downfall of Babylon. Okay? Now, does that mean that we're supposed to be a non-violent group? No, you're supposed to defend yourself. But we're not going to get offensive, as these Muslims are going around strapping themselves up with bombs and shit like that. We ain't doing all that shit. You're going to know when it's time to get offensive, because the Lord is going to appear. All right? And the Lord going to give us the power to do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be this imaginary thing that we all come to one conclusion and you can't see it. You're going to know for a fact that when you see the chariots come up, that when you see wars and rumors of wars, when you see these prophecies come to pass, and the whole earth is going to know that the Lord's here. All right, because I want to say that loud and clear. So you got agents and two-thirds and people that make a spectacle out of what we do, and scoffers that will take and flip that and say, yeah, they say they're going to do this. And no, we waiting on the Lord. And you will know that as well as we know, you're going to know that time is at hand also. Okay? Okay, it says, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord, and he will surely keep his sins in remembrance. Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. So this right here ain't talking about Esau. So this vengeance in particular is talking about Jacob to Jacob, you know what I'm saying, with our own people. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jake step on your shoes, because this is the original rhetoric of the topic that I was going into, is basically that our people are quick to destroy and to demolish our own, but will have forgiveness for another nation. All this shit that Esau's done, they're so forgiving, but like, and fuck these celebrities, but you can see from Tekashi to Antonio Brown to whatever the next Jake that fucks up in the public eye, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, our people are quick to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? And they deserve whatever, to me, in my opinion, they deserve whatever they're getting because they did what they did. But our people are hypocritical because Esau do something 10 times as worse and then say, well, we need to forgive, we need to march. And that's bullshit, okay? You're supposed to keep that same energy, All right, verse 3, it says, one man beareth hatred against another, and doth he seek pardon from the Lord? So you'll sit there and you'll do all this unto your own people, specifically because this is talking about Israel to Israel, Jacob to Jacob. You'll do all this to your own people, and then you'll go to church and ask for forgiveness. You'll get mad when people make fun of you, or get mad when people bash you and call it bullying, and it's crazy, right? He said he showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself. See, you do the same thing. You out here fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody else fuck up, is specifically, not especially, but specifically your own people, you got a whole lot to say. You're liking it, you're sharing it, you're doing memes, you're destroying them, you're advocating, not advocating, but advocating their destruction. When Esau do it, like Michael Jackson, man, dead, leaving Neverland, you like, oh, this nigga ain't shit. R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly, all this niggas, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? And you're saying all this, but in the same breath, when you do something fucked up, you, oh man, the fucking white man, this and that, you know? Hold on. So moving along, it says, verse 5, it says, if he that is but flesh nourish hatred, who will entreat for pardon of his sins? Remember at the end, and let enmity cease. Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments. All right? So don't take anything personal. You know what I'm saying? Be a brother unto your brother, man. You know, and then when you're the thing about 2/3 is that they definitely are up for destruction, because what? They will do this to their own people, but then you turn around to the Zimmermans and the motherfuckers that's running Jake over at rallies, and the KKK, ain't shit happening to them. You don't see all these flooding of memes and that nigga should never be heard, and that motherfucker should never be in the NFL. But look at Esau. Look at Esau with Colin Kaepernick. Never touch the NFL field, because what? He came against who? One Edomite, or really the cause of a Edomite culture. You know, just like, you know, Esau come out and say he hate Jake and this and that, and then he get on there and say he's sorry, and be like, man, you know, they'll make fun of the shit, but they don't take that shit serious, man. You know, Gucci and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gucci putting gorilla lips on their clothes, and Jake, I still wear it. You know, Mayweather and shit. You know, but be so furious behind their own, right? Verse 7 says, remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor. And again, that neighbor is your neighboring brothers, because your neighbor is who? That person that lives next to you. That's Naphtali, that's Asher, that's Ephraim, that's Zebulun. That's your neighbor. All right, that was our neighbor. And when it says love thy neighbors and love thyself, that's the neighbor's talking about. Because if somebody's your neighbor, then who is not your neighbor? Okay, everybody can't be your neighbor, right? It says, remember the covenant of the highest, okay, and wink at ignorance, okay. So basically, don't, you know, when somebody do shit, or even really amongst the elect, because 2/3 are going to be destroyed, but amongst the elect, when brothers are ignorant, they don't know, and they do some retarded shit, you know, don't take it personal. Don't sit there, you know. Hey, case in point, just not through the spirit, you know, knock on the door, bam, bam, bam. You know, it's just, hey, look, man, I'm doing a lesson. Bam, bam, move along, right? It ain't no taking vengeance. Hey, brother, you go scolding, and you gotta get out of here and don't come back, and you know, type of deal, man. Okay, it says, Now, this is why I really wanted to go into verse 8 on down. It says, abstain from strife. You know, strife is what? To fight, quarrel, to argue, and thou shalt diminish thy sins. For a furious man will do what? Kindle strife. And the kindle means if you got a fire, you basically throwing gas on it. A furious man will kindle strife. And a lot of these people come across as peaceful, but as soon as Jake do something, they all over him like white on rice, man. They love the downfall of our people, man. It has nothing to do with them, and you know, it says meddle with not with many matters that don't pertain unto thee. But here it is. Our people find anything to deal with our people and to destroy them, along with Esau destroying them. Esau put out a documentary. They all over, yeah, this and that, and then they throw the man in jail. His life is gone. You know what I'm saying? And you just like on to the next situation. And then Esau pass a law which is more detrimental to us as a whole. He'll destroy another society. People implement a law that you got to get the guns taken away, or vaccinations, or you know what I'm saying, new GMO foods and shit like that. And next thing you know, oh yeah, the white man, they crazy. You ain't got shit. You ain't doing the same shit. You ain't got that same energy as with your people. They like to kindle strife with somebody that they can fuck over, man. All right. It says a sinful man disquieted friends, and make a debate among them that be at peace. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that these people were at peace, you know, because these niggas get, like I said in the beginning, these 2/3 that get fucked over get they just deserve. But this is talking about like you kindling strife. You're what do y'all think about this? Or joking about a situation, you know, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Or really just being involved in a situation and not being constructive towards it. You just want to be involved because it's a thing of the time. All right, it's entertaining. You know, that's through the spirit. Because I wanted to say that while I was thinking about the lesson in general, is that Jake is their source of entertainment is destruction, man. It's destructive. You know, that's why everybody in this, especially in America, and Esau too, because they yell your father the devil, you know, fights itself for millions of dollars, man, because people like violence, man. People like seeing people get hurt. You know, some people have a warrior spirit to where they like to see the intricateness of a fight, but you can tell by the masses because they'll see her and say, see Mayweather fight and say, oh, it's boring. But a person that's has a warrior mentality, a fighting mentality, say that, man, that was a fucking very entertaining fight because I seen skill and this and that being used within the progression of the fight, man. You know, whereas 2/3 or just the mainstream, they just want to see a nigga stand toe to toe, close their eyes, and just throw the hardest punches they could throw until a nigga break their nose and get knocked out, and then they die. Then it's R.I.P. and all that. Oh, we need to. Niggas is full of shit, man. You know, verse 10, it says, as a matter of the fire is, so it burneth. So basically, a fight or an argument or a situation that is at hand is going to do what it's going to do. A fire could be the freshest thing that's on my mind is like the Antonio Brown situation. You know, the guy is a fire. And his quarrel going back and forth with the NFL is going to do what it's going to burn the way it's going to burn. But it says, and as a man's strength is, so is his wrath. And according to his riches, his anger riseth. And the stronger they are which contend, the more they will be inflamed. You know, so you basically be feeding the fire by going back and forth. It says, in hasty contention kindleth a fire, and in hasty fighting sheddeth blood. You know, basically, y'all, you if you want peace, you'll get peace. You know, just like Antonio Brown's situation. If you want to fucking chill out, you'll chill out. But he's a contentious nigga too. Like I said, all these niggas is niggas. They get what they just deserve. But it's just crazy how people are rally behind Esau being destructive toward our people. But when Esau is destructive toward us, all they do is do memes. You ain't seen no Zimmerman memes like, I'm gonna do this to Zimmerman, I'm gonna do that to this, I'm gonna do this to that cop, I'm gonna go do this to that politician, I'm gonna go do this to that judge. No. Because why? Because you're Stockholm syndrome, okay? It says, if thou blow, this is the point I wanted to get, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit on it, it shall be quenched. And both these come out of thy mouth. So it's not like you got, Esau that mastered this. Oh boy, that fucking with the child pornography ring and shit like that. Man, it was on news. He died, nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was a wrap. They said what they had to say. They was about to come down on him. He killed this, so-called killed himself. Nothing. Disappeared. No memes, no nothing, no dragging it out. Nothing. Esau ain't say nothing. He said what he had to say about it. They got rid of him, and that was a wrap, man. But Jacob dragged the people through the mud. Same thing that they did with Yahweh Shai, man, because some people, like the Pharisees, the wicked Pharisees, was doing it because of jealousy, and they wanted Yahweh Shai's crown. But the other people was there for entertainment. Yeah, man. I mean, what the nigga did, don't get that, get him. You're just there for violence, man. You know? It says, curse the whisperer. That's it. Because that goes into something else. You know, and the scriptures tell you, see here, it says, cursed be the multitude, cursed be the people that follow a multitude to do evil, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go on, like, social media, you go around people, everybody knows about Tekashi. Everybody knows about Antonio Brown. Everybody knows about the R. Kelly, the Michael Jackson, but nobody knows about the Palestine and Syria and Iran and the beef with China and with the Persian Gulf and the storms that's hitting. They only know what Esau provides them, and niggas are hella generic and uncreative. They just love to be entertained, and they're entertained with either violence or what Esau provides them, man. They don't have the wherewithal to be really concerned with world affairs. You know what I'm saying? They're not really concerned with that. They want to see entertainment. They don't want to see resolution, because their resolution is subjective based off what they're going through. You know, oh man, I need to make I gotta make ends meet, make these bills connect. My baby got a birthday coming up, or this. That's what they're actually trying to be constructive about. But you talking about the world, they don't care. But they all in the world's business, man. You know what I'm saying? All in the world's business, laughing and joking about matters. Hey, bread and circuses, man. That's all it is, man. You know, they only serious about themselves, and as far as the world, it's all bread and circuses. But they don't realize with their dumb asses that the thing that goes on in the world is going to affect you. You trying to make ends meet, but these sanctions and these increases could lead to war and hyperinflation. The fact that was going to be another lesson in Lord will in the future, that the brother put up a video saying that like football player Drew Brees is getting backlash for mentioning Bibles in school. He didn't say no scripture. He didn't bring out no precept, but he just mentioned the Bible in school, and they bashing him for that. What's that? The famine of the word, man. You don't see that as an alarm that people, just because you mention it, but here it is, they could put a fucking drag queen in the school. If you're gonna be fair, just don't put none of that shit in the school. You know, not shit. The sword is the truth. But I'm talking about the transgenderism, homosexuality. Don't put that in there either. Just teach a motherfucker the ABCs or 1, 2, 3s and the history of America or whatever. Economics. No, they're pushing what they want and indoctrinating kids how they want to indoctrinate them, and taking out things they don't want them to know. Because if it's truly about educating through freedom, you would keep the Bible in school, because the Bible has a lot to do with America, a whole lot. Transgenderism is right now, But historically, America was solely built off of politics and the Bible, man. They came over here with a pope, and they came over here with the sword, man. Okay, all about and then it was all about not colliding with the church with the politics. But that was the main two entities that America was built off of, because it came from everybody came from a monarchy where it was straight religion, and you had to deal with what the monarch projected, which you have your whoever was the king at that point in time or queen at that point in time said, hey, this is the law of the land and the religion of the land. It wasn't no freedom. It wasn't no you can go. But America came over there and said, hey, this is the religion, and this is the politics. They are two separate entities. But at the end of the day, it's the historical foundation of this land. So why would you take it out of any part of the history books and inject something that's new? Okay? So if you want to be fair, you'll just put both of them in there, because both of them are a historical part of this demonic ass society. Just like they want to take slavery out, but they want to put Christopher Columbus in. They want to pull and put in what they want to put in. Just like the scriptures say, history is written by the victor. So that's pretty much all I wanted to go over. I just wanted to, I was reading that verse. I really was thinking about a verse in particular, and then when I got into that chapter, I was like, this is some bad stuff right here. So I thought it'd be good to come out with. Hopefully you brothers were edified, and I say call law to y'all by Shimmy Al Shai, by Shimmer Kakadash Barakatha, double honor to our apostles / elders who rule well, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing the truth sincerely. Hey, shalom.